I made a mistake. I built a house but forgot the most important part. If you saw my last video, you probably noticed I left out an entire section of the build, and honestly, I should have started with it. But what am I talking about? A basement, of course. Well, it's what's inside the basement what really matters. I forgot to add a proper storage area upstairs, and with not a lot of space up here, I've got to take it underground. But it's not just about dumping chests in a hole. This storage room has a few criteria to be perfect. First, it needs a clean design. I like the look of the house I built. And matching that style underground won't be easy. Second, it needs enough space to hold everything I have so far, and then some. My items are scattered across random chests and it's driving me mad while trying to find my precious items. And finally, it has to fix the biggest flaw in my base. Traversability. Right now, I'm sprinting all over just to reach different areas, so this basement needs a secret feature to help me move around faster. With a few ideas in mind and a small checklist to hit, let's start laying things out and see where it takes us. Now that we've got a rough layout in place, it's time to focus on the checklist, especially point 2. Right now, my items are scattered across random chests, dumped in corners and buried in places that I barely remember. It's chaos. I'm aiming for at least 30 double chests as a bare minimum. That should be big enough. Until I make a bigger base at least. As you saw in the time lapse, I've already started carving out a hallway, and it might have given a small clue about the secret. But that hallway is just the beginning. I need to expand it into a proper room, something spacious, organised, and worthy of holding thousands of items. It won't just be a storage room, it will be a storage system. So let's mine out the rest of the space, plan the layout, and start turning this basement into the beating heart of the base.
So here we have the mined out area. It is a little bit smaller than I was expecting, but this should still be more than enough space for what I want. The next thing we need to do now is design how it looks, and try to match it to the rest of the base. As you see over here, I did clear out a little extra area, and this is for the secret. I still do need a few more materials, so let's cut to a quick montage. It's finally time to share the secret. We're building an elevator. It'll run from the bottom floor of my base straight down to the basement. So traversability, checked. The build only needs 2 more things: slime and honey. What you're seeing now is a quick slime farm setup. We only need 14 blocks, so we don't need to go overboard. As for the honey, I've kind of forgot to record that part. It was built in fragments across different sessions, so here's the finished farm instead. We just need 7 honey blocks, so again, it's pretty compact and simple. I'm still figuring out the final layout for the storage room, so we're starting with the elevator. That will give us a clear idea of how much space we've got left to work with. Now that we have all the materials, let's get the elevator installed. After spending a little time building this elevator, I was excited to try it out. But then, disaster. I think it's backwards. I'm gonna have to rebuild it. Now that the elevator is installed, we can build the rest of the room. The only trouble is now is trying to hide this obsidian, like I've already done upstairs. It doesn't have to be perfect, but I do want it to look good, so let's work on that now.
And here it is, the finished basement. I'm honestly blown away by how it all came together, especially since I didn't design this build beforehand. What started as a small mistake ended up feeling surprisingly perfect, and that makes me even more proud of what we've achieved. I'm deciding to check off the first criteria. I set out aiming for 30 double chests, but somehow pushed it up to 84. That gives us over 2,000 storage slots, which translates to nearly 150,000 items if you filled up all the chests. That's more than enough space to handle the next few projects I've planned, which also means I can check off the last criteria. All that remains is the B-roll footage and let the build speak for itself. If you enjoyed tagging along on this design adventure, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.